Hi Stampin' friends! Tonight we're going to use the Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper. It's one of the free papers with Sale-A-Bration. It's a 12 by 12 pack of paper, and it has several different designs. This one is the one that you can typically punch out with the punch, but I wanted to show you what to do if the batch that you have doesn't cut out the die. Let me show you what I mean by that. Well, I can in just a second. And these are the other ones. And then I'm going to show you the backs. The back side of this you can kind of expect because it's like that. And the others are some polka dots and different things. And this is like little birch, wherever it is, they're birch tree trunks. So that's kind of fun. And I have different papers for them to be placed on. And I think that will be interesting to see. The punch is like this. So when you go to punch your deer, you can see it doesn't punch this deer. It only punches the next row of deer, if that makes sense. So what you'll want to do with this one, I have seen this on the internet. You can hold it up to the light from this side though, and you can see, I can't show you exactly how it is, but you can see the deer behind it. So you can use the chalk marker to make little dots on there. And then I went where I could see the bottom of his belly. And then you can slide that in here like that, line it up and punch, and it should punch out the deer. So let me do that real quick. I made several little dots. I'll just punch it and see what happens. Didn't quite work out, but I think I did. It slipped when I punched, but anyway, you can see that that's totally a possible thing there to do. So that's one way to do it. Another thing to do is you can just punch your deer out of this pretty plaid background and then mount it, for example, on a piece of red or a piece of white, whatever color paper, and put his little ears on and maybe punch out something else to make his little nose red. Now that is if you have the punch and stamps. But the rest of what I'm going to want to show you is what to do if you don't have the stamps and punch. And if you've purchased a paper share, I want you to figure out ways to use your paper share. So I have kind of laid out a variety of things here. And my first thought was how pretty this looks on black. And so with this one, what I was thinking would look nice is to put your sentiment, whatever it is, up here. So you can see if I use a small sentiment, that gets a little bit lost. But if I use, maybe put, well, not that one, that's way big. But if I use a slightly larger sentiment, like even one like this, that really makes it kind of show up neatly. So the one like sending love and peace this season, even that one is big enough because it kind of breaks the monotony of what you're seeing. And then it's only going to help if you put it on another piece of paper that's like that has a color. So like, you know, most wonderful time of the year, that kind of thing. If you do happen to have the stamp set, I think the perfect thing to put up there is the wishing you a wonderful year and friendships dear, because that's perfect with all these deer on here. So that's one possibility with this. Now, this does not look like a finished card. What I would do is probably add some real red or maybe some black and white gingham across the bottom and do a little tie. And then we have those gorgeous tiny red rhinestones. And that is probably what I would put in the corner to finish, you know, to finish there. Or what I really wanted to show you was how it looks when you add red to the center of each of these snowflakes. For some reason, I am all about adding red to the center of the snowflakes right now. So I just think that that really makes the snowflakes show up and look especially nice. This is probably going to take a little too long, I'm sorry. But once I get this done, of course you wouldn't want to put it directly under your sentiment because it would make it not lay nice and flat. So anyway, you can see, I think you can see, gosh, I don't know, the little rhinestones on there, and how cute that makes this particular paper. All right, so the next thing I want to do is show you this paper. This paper has, the back side is this, and the front side is the snowflake. So I think for this one, Merry Christmas to All looks nice. You could put a snowflake on here, or you could put it this direction and add white ribbon. And with this one, you could put your snowflake on the side or something, or just, you know, maybe you could be some die cut snowflakes. That would be really pretty. But some of our white ribbon would really look good going across the bottom, just kind of in a tie. And especially if you need a bunch of cards, or like sometimes I like to make thank you cards for my boss to use at work when people send us things at Christmas. This is a perfect card for that. A big thank you sentiment up here, maybe something from the So Sentimental set. And then that is a nice quick card that you've got, you know, ready to go quickly. Not something that you necessarily would send to your best friend or your mom, but certainly a pretty card anyway. So that's that one. For this one, I've layered this. This is garden green, and it's kind of a black. So to me, it looks really good with the evening evergreen. So then that one, I would just put this big, oh, I should tell you about this stamp set because I do love this stamp set. It is also in the holiday catalog, and let's see, here it is. Holly Jolly Wishes. This has a lot of uses for very much for this exact same thing. Putting a big sentiment and letting that shine on your card, letting that be the main thing, whatever it is. So it's perfect for this, you know, and if you're not interested in seeing the designer series paper be the focus, then maybe this video may not be your thing. You might prefer one of the ones where I've done some stamping, but this is to basically just give you ideas. So this, with the Merry Christmas to All, I think is a fun one to put, but you could also use It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And any kind of little punch that you have with a tree on it would really pep this up as well. So that's that one. Let's see if I remember to use each one. I wonder if I will. Okay, this one has the birch trees. So I'm not really sure why, but it has a little bit of bleed on the side because the back side has the red. So, and this is gorgeous, a gorgeous little stripe. But if you wanted to use this, probably what you need to do is just use the inner pieces of the paper, because I can see the pink here. No one would probably notice, but when you notice it, a lot of times that's the most important thing, that you can see it. You could put a strip here of the one that looks like deer across it, and that would be adorable. So then you could use the sentiment again with the wishing you a wonderful year and friendship's dear. That would be adorable on this one as well because it has the deer. Or of course, if you don't have that, it's totally fine. You could use a Merry Christmas, or here's a Merry Christmas that's brown. There we are. Use a Merry Christmas cut out with whatever. But this is kind of a simple one that I really think, again, maybe one of those hopping deer would look really cute in front of this, these birch trees. Okay, then another thing, of course, is using your leftover pieces. So maybe you want to have some pieces here like this, and then use the stripe in the middle to kind of make it pop. And then you could add your big sentiment, like maybe you do like this, and then possibly have a Holly Jolly Christmas on here. Or where is that smaller one? There we go. The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. I do like how these are the So Sentimental dies, and I do like how that they can layer on each other like this. You know, maybe you wouldn't want to use green. Maybe you would want to use the one of the brown colors, but I think that is just really makes it pop, and all it needs is some bling here and there and maybe some ribbon, and you've got a really cute card with plenty of pattern and enough to catch your eye. All right, for this last one, all I wanted to show you is that this has the back side is just kind of what would you call that? Branches, kind of. And this has snowflakes, but to me they're not white. They're this beautiful soft seafoam color. So what I would do on this particular one is probably add a sentiment, of course. Okay, so I do have my big giant pack of snowflakes. So we will do that. Earlier tonight, I used the Peaceful Deer stamp set, and this paper kind of coordinates with it. It's called Peaceful Prints, and it's a Sale-A-Bration paper. It's in the Sale-A-Bration catalog. If you don't have a catalog, please just send me a private message and let me know, and I will get one to you. So here are our iridescent snowflakes. If you're interested, this is item number 156340. So you can see you could just put a snowflake at the bottom, maybe put ribbon across or ribbon under this, and or in the middle, and that would kind of balance it. Or you could put this down here, you know, put a snowflake like this, just kind of coming off the side. I just think that that really makes this paper look nice when it has an actual snowflake on it as well. So let me try to do a small recap. I'm not sure that all of my pieces are still together, but this is one option. And then we just did this one with our little sentiment layered on there. And then we had this one with our Merry Christmas on it. And then we had Most Wonderful Time of Year with our trees. And then one of my favorites is this red snowflake on white background. And then I'll find my snowflake here since I lost it. Put a snowflake like that, and if you had the deer, I think that would look really cute punched out on that as well. And then this was my favorite idea, where you can just put, you know, you can, if say your little deer had turned out up here, well, you just put your sentiment down here. So you can just use the sentiment to create balance on your card when you're, you know, trying to use the paper as the main focus. So that is what I have for you tonight. And if you have any trouble, if you need catalogs, if you need to place an order, whatever, just send me a PM on Facebook and I'll get you hooked up on getting my newsletter, you know, knowing where my blog is. Because if you don't want to watch these videos that haven't been edited on Facebook, I have a YouTube channel where you can watch those. So I do appreciate you all watching, and I hope you'll be back next week, or if you're busy next week, that you'll watch some other time throughout the week, because I do save them all to Facebook and then upload them after they've been edited to YouTube, and then they're on my blog. So thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and comment. Bye-bye.